Every day, the world seems just a little closer to the edge. War with Iran presses on like a gathering storm, and yet, here we are, eyes glued to the glowing dance of Bitcoin, clutching at digital hope as if it's life itself. I can feel the tension humming in the air, taste it like electricity before a thunderclap. Maybe you feel it too. In these moments, between uncertainty and possibility, we gather here, searching for signals hidden beneath the noise. Before we plunge any deeper, I ask you, if you find meaning in these reflections, subscribe to Crypto 101 Central, become a part of this ongoing dialogue. The world may shift, but our search for understanding never ends. Turn on the bell. Don't just be a spectator, be present each time we uncover a new thread in the tangled web. In the quiet before the storm, market news flashes before me. Marathon Digital suddenly glimmers, a minor star in the financial firmament. The world of Bitcoin vibrates, reacting to every tremor in geopolitics, every fleeting rumor of peace or peril. Stocks shiver, bonds waver. Charts flicker, a reminder of the darker trades that persist when hope's light grows dim. I want to draw you in, let you feel what it's like to be here, inside this maelstrom of numbers and nerves. We are, all of us, inching toward some great unknown. They say the talks between America and Iran are moving forward, technical discussions scheduled abroad. These words shimmer on the surface, while subterranean rivers of fear and speculation twist below. I cannot help but wonder. What do these diplomatic gestures mean when the possibility of escalation always lingers? Friday nights have their own kind of gravity, markets close, and the world holds its breath. Traders cannot hedge overnight and fear tiptoes in, whispering of what might come. Perhaps you know the feeling, splashing in the liquidity pool of Bitcoin, the endless 24/7 river that never sleeps, where panic swells and brittle calm sometimes cracks. When the world seems poised on the brink, people sell everything, running to safe harbors or leaping into the digital unknown. Foreign ministers make polite noises, both sides posturing at the edge, a dance of bravado and unease. Words are offered as anchors, but markets rarely trust words alone. Underneath, something else moves, silent, anxious. Rumors of symbolic strikes, of controlled responses. Strategists warn that even small sparks can ignite disproportionate reactions. Targets may be chosen, but consequences rarely obey design. Probability becomes fluid. One moment confidence, the next uncertainty. This morning brings sharper echoes. Travel advisories, warnings, cautious diplomatic language. I watch, wondering. Are markets pricing this in, or are we one headline away from sudden repricing? Volatility is nature's scream. Should violence erupt, markets could panic first and stabilize later, or descend further before clarity returns. Even in the bleakest narratives, systems continue. Code persists. Networks run. Markets adapt. Meanwhile, fiscal discussions re-emerge, large-scale spending proposals, liquidity injections, attempts to cushion economic stress. Major financial institutions continue building digital asset infrastructure, custody, lending, integration between legacy finance and crypto. Lines once rigid now blur. I peer into the Bitcoin chart, the nerves of a living organism. Recently rejected from a key moving average. Volume thinning. Buyers cautious. Trading in this chop feels reckless, whipsaw conditions where patience outperforms aggression. Over the weekend, I wonder, will Bitcoin absorb geopolitical shocks or mirror them? I have no open trades. I wait. Halfway through, I ask you, have you found resonance in these words? If so, like this video. Share your voice below. This is not a monologue, it's a gathering. Sentiment turns in strange ways. Some commentators shout, bullish. Others declare crypto obsolete. When consensus grows extreme in either direction, markets often prepare to surprise. I sift through broader indicators: copper, Bitcoin, gold, manufacturing data. Historically, when economic sentiment moves back into expansion territory, risk assets tend to follow with a lag. Gold often cools as risk appetite returns. Copper strengthens. Bitcoin reawakens. It's not instant. It's cyclical. The business cycle crowns leaders and humbles them. The S&P rises and falls with productivity tides. Declaring final tops prematurely is tempting, but cycles rarely resolve so neatly. Artificial intelligence enters the conversation. Some predict collapse. Others see acceleration. Hiring data in tech remains resilient despite waves of fear-driven headlines. Disruption and expansion coexist. Technology reallocates more than it erases. Software ETFs that were deeply oversold begin stabilizing. Recovery often begins quietly, before narratives adjust. In this shifting terrain, I watch Marathon Digital, a company straddling Bitcoin mining and high-performance computing. While some competitors pivoted aggressively toward AI years ago, Marathon moved cautiously. New partnerships suggest significant compute expansion potential. Whether that translates into long-term transformation remains to be seen. At current valuations, comparisons between digital asset holdings and market capitalization raise questions. Not conclusions, questions. Is the market mispricing optionality? Possibly. Or perhaps risk is still being discounted. I own shares. A modest position. This is not advice, only transparency. Markets sometimes re-rate companies dramatically when narratives shift. We've seen miners reinvent themselves before, sometimes producing substantial returns over time. Whether history repeats is uncertain. Across crypto, multiple assets hover near long-term support zones. These are inflection regions, either breakdown or renewal. Risk and opportunity coexist in equal measure. As my words come to rest, I ask you once more, subscribe to Crypto 101 Central. Keep the bell active so when clarity emerges from chaos, you're here. Like, comment, stay engaged. Watch the next video. Don't drift away. This journey, we are still in the early chapters.